All right. There's a reason that Jake is here, and that is because he took one for the team last night.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, you know what? I would.
Yeah.
In another life, I would watch the Emmys too. We're talking about the Emmys.
Yeah.
The biggest night
I do
in television.
Miss not getting to see the Sunday night game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, as a football fan.
Most people are watching that Sunday night.
Yeah, but my fantasy
game.
team sucked this week, so it was fun.
This is in your job description.
Yeah.
And I was actually super curious about this year's Emmys because I was one of those, again, back to parenting, deeply affected by that limited series called Adolescence.
Sure.
And I was curious how it would do at the Emmys. Anyway,
right.
Jake joining us now to break down some of the wins and losses.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people going in thought that the night was going to belong to the Apple series Severance, which did pick up a few wins, but the big drama winner of the night, because you really like drama is like the big one. Comedy's great, but the drama category is kind of the prestigious, coveted Emmy.
Right.
And The Pit ended up being the big winner of the night, or as some people might refer to it, ER 2.0.
ER
If you haven't seen The Pit, it stars ER star Noah Wiley, and it is basically, imagine ER, but if the entire season were one shift and every episode is 1 hour of that shift. So one episode is 7 a.m., one at 9 a.m. So a lot of things. Pit won big, 5 Emmys. We got Tremel Tillman right there, who took home Best Supporting Actor in a Drama for Severance, because Severance did pick up a few, but not in the way The Pit did. In the comedy categories, we had a Chicago record broken because the previous comedy Emmy record, 10 wins at one time for a show called The Bear. And that was broken last night by Seth Rogen's The Studio.
What?
Took home 13 Emmy Awards, including the top categories, including Best Comedy, Best Acting, Best Actor in a Comedy, Best Directing in a Comedy, Best Writing. If you haven't seen The Studio, it's basically a show that makes fun of Hollywood executives. He's this new Hollywood executive, and he realizes how hard it is to actually win. To your point, Adolescence. A big winner in because aside from drama and aside from comedy, you've got the limited series, you know, the anthologies. Adolescence was a huge winner of the night. A lot of people thought it was going to be this battle between Adolescence and The Penguin, but 15-year-old star of Adolescence, who was brilliant in that right there, had his Emmy handed to him by Sydney Sweeney. Can you imagine a better night if you're a 15-year-old kid?
Doesn't get better than that.
So big night for them. And then Tremel Tillman, who was brilliant in Severance. So yeah, Severance took home Best Actress in a Drama and Best Supporting Actor. So it had a decent night, not sweeping the way they thought it was going to.
What does this say to you then with the Seth Rogen win? Was Hollywood ready to just make fun of itself a little bit?
Here's a couple of things. A lot of people did reach out and go, well, how did The Studio, which a lot of people I would argue probably haven't seen. It's on Apple.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, because a lot of people are like, oh, I love The Bear and I love Shrinking and I love, you know. Here's the thing about The Studio. One, Hollywood loves stories about itself. Hollywood, and particularly if you can make fun, because I love the show. I think it's great. I have a hard time recommending it to people, not because it's not good. It's a great show, but it's so inside baseball.
Yeah.
And it's so like, if you don't follow, like if you don't read Variety or read The Hollywood Reporter and know what's going on in the studio system, then, you know, or the battle that filmmakers have to have between shooting digitally or shooting on film, that's like right in my wheelhouse. So making a comedy about that feels like it's written for me. But like, I can't recommend that to my parents don't know like that Paramount is trying to buy Warner Brothers.
And that's kind of like the interesting part, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to give it a shot, I would love to get your thoughts on it. Like, if you guys don't follow that sort of stuff. But my thing is, like, the jokes are based on sort of those sort of headlines, you know, and a studio head and what a studio head does, and the decisions of, you know, a big plot line is, you know, the studio looks at the success that Warner Brothers had with Barbie, and so Seth Rogen says, well, we need our own Barbie, we're going to make the Kool-Aid movie. And so it's all about, so it's kind of making fun of this idea of how these studio heads handle these things. 13 wins for that. Adolescence did well. You know, it's a fun night. What I always say is that what I love about these award shows is that, particularly something like the Oscars, if 10 people look at The Studio winning or look at The Pit winning or look at Adolescence winning and go, you know, I've been on the fence about it, I wasn't going to watch it, okay, fine, I'll give it a shot. That's the best thing about it. It's not that these celebrities need a pat on the back. It's not that they need a golden trophy on the mantelpiece in their home. It's to get the word of the work out there. That's what I always love when a smaller film wins the Oscars. Avatar doesn't need to win Best Picture, but if a small little independent film made for $18 wins Best Picture, then more people are going to go see it. And the more people see a piece of art, the more people are talking about a piece of art, the more art breathes and the more art lives. And that's ultimately what it's supposed to be about. I don't sleep better knowing that Seth Rogen has an Emmy, but I do sleep better knowing that it's a great show and maybe more people are going to watch, especially something like Severance.
I've never even heard of it.
It's great. You know, they were only on Good Day Chicago a couple of months back.
What?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
what?
we had Seth Rogen and Catherine O'Hara and...
What?
And yeah, where were you?
Wait, like in person?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
I saw some faces up there in our B-roll that that I didn't necessarily recognize. In your mind, any stars that made a speech last night that we should kind of maybe, hey, keep an eye out for what this person does next?
I'm very excited. To your point, the young boy from Cooper from Adolescence, I really, and I appreciated the message of his speech was, listen, I just, for the heck of it, took a drama class whenever I was a kid, and I was afraid of being made fun of, and I just thought, you know, I'll give it a shot. And all of a sudden, he goes, I'm standing in front of you. He goes, I never even thought I'd get to come to the United States, much less hold an Emmy. And his point was, sometimes even if you're afraid to do something, just do it. Who cares if someone makes fun of you for doing it? At least you're doing it, and who knows what could come of it. He took this class out of fear, you know, and was afraid someone might make fun of him. Sydney Sweeney handed him an Emmy last night. No one's making fun of him this morning.
Right.
He's doing just fine.